Today, we're accustomed to watching cantankerous debates in U.S. Congressional subcommittee hearings on TV. But long before TV, some of these hearings garnered a lot of attention. One in particular, back in 1926, when two congressmen sponsored an amendment to a Washington, D.C. law that would make fortune-telling and seances illegal. As you can expect, the spiritualists and the mediums were totally opposed to this possibility. But the hearings got a lot of attention because Harry Houdini, the scourge of mediums, was called to testify. And in front of the committee, he demonstrated some of the tricks that mediums use to convince the gullible that they had the ability to contact the dead. But most of the press's attention was on Rose Mackenberg, a lady who was called to testify, and she was Houdini's detective. Rose had come to Houdini's attention after she had been working at a detective agency where she had investigated a case of psychic fraud. And Houdini, of course, was very much into this, and he hired her. And indeed, she would go ahead to cities where he was about to perform. She would put on various kinds of disguises in order to get into seances and find out the tricks that these mediums were using. And when Houdini came, he performed his magic show, but during the show, he would also take some time to expose some of these fake mediums, although I think the word fake is redundant. In any case, Rose Mackenberg also was called to testify in front of this committee. And you probably know that magicians are adamant about opposing people who use magic tricks with which they entertain and claim that they are real. So history has many, many cases of magicians like John Henry Maskelyne and great Randi, of course, exposing these mediums. In any case, in 1926, the spiritualists mustered enough power in order to prevent this amendment from passing. But it made for a very interesting story, especially when there was even the suggestion that President Coolidge had been at one of these seances held at the White House, although it's not clear whether or not that really happened. Today, of course, the psychic business is still there. It is estimated to be worth over $2 billion a year. And let me make my own psychic prediction. That business is not going to disappear. And that, for today, is our Cup of Joe.